Hi, good morning everyone. This is JP Thong. I'm now at Kechara Forest Retreat, Malaysia, and today is day 14th of Mindful Morning Meditation. How is everyone doing this morning? Let's wait a few more seconds for everyone to tune in. Hi Christina, good morning. We'll wait a few more seconds for everyone to tune in. Morning Zinkoy, morning Kareen, good morning. So how was your day yesterday? Did you set your intention for the day? And was it working for you? Do share with me, yeah? I have the sun in my eyes today. It's not cloudy and foggy because I guess it wasn't raining yesterday. So I might be squinting quite a bit today. So please do excuse me. Hi, evening, Natasha. How is your lockdown coming along? Are you okay? Is the meditation helping you? Morning, Annette. Hello. And do share with me your gratitude journal. I would love to hear from you all. Hi, Lai Heng. Morning. Morning, Frank. I woke up really early today. I don't know why. I guess I'm excited to wake up. I woke up like 6:30. 6:30. I woke up once at 5, and I forced myself back to sleep. Yeah. So I guess the meditation does help. Yeah, it helps with the sleep, and I feel very refreshed this morning. Good morning, Lily. Good morning, Sophia. Agnes, good morning. We shall wait a few more seconds for the rest to tune in. Good morning, Dr. Hank. And I read this morning that there's some good news in New York that the number of patients checking into the hospitals have started to decrease. So they're suspecting that they've already reached the peak. So that's very, very good news. Yeah. Well, I hope the same for the rest of the world. And if we all stay home and quarantine ourselves, no matter how difficult it is, then the faster this lockdown will be over, right? Natasha says, it's good. I'm eating a brownie, not for weight loss. I need more discipline for that, but the meditation helps me sleep generally better. Oh, that's great. It's all right, to indulge sometimes. So enjoy your brownie. What, you're eating brownie and meditating at the same time? That's interesting. Hi, morning, Coglan. Do you know that there is actually an eating meditation? So as you're eating, you're meditating, you're focusing on the flavors as you're eating. Yeah. We teach that in our Inner Peace retreat, which is a 2-day, 1-night program in Kechara Forest Retreat on Saturdays, Sundays. And we go through different types of meditation. It's really interesting. One of the popular ones here. Morning, David. Good morning. Pastor Shin, good morning. Hey, aren't you preparing for your Chinese meditation as well, Pastor Shin? Agnes says yes, eating meditation. You'd be surprised. Yeah, how flavors, when you eat something else or when you smell something and you eat something, it kind of changes the taste a little bit. So it's very interesting. Yeah, that I cannot teach here. Sorry, you have to join the program because you have to physically be here for that. Okay. Oh, Agnes says my husband doing sleep and walking meditation every day. Interesting. He knows sleep meditation. Okay, that's great. There is a sleep meditation, but it's more advanced. I have not been taught, so I can't help you on that. Okay, I think that's yep, it's around there already. So we shall start with our 9-round breathing meditation. Please get comfortable. Yeah, I have a little cramp on my leg here. I think it should be fine. All right, so be comfortable, and then we shall start. Okay, so for those of you who have just joined, if this is the first time tuning in, do watch day 1, and because all the basics and the fundamentals are all there. We're now at day 14th already, and guess what? Today is the last day of the 10-minute single-pointed meditation. I'm so excited for tomorrow because that will be the beginning of the 15-minute single-pointed meditation. So I'm curious how everyone is going to feel and how it will further push us to the next level. Yeah? All right, so here we go. Left hand up, thumb down, wrap your finger over your thumb, put your fist under your armpit, right hand over your left nostril and breathe in and out. Remember to breathe in from your tummy. Breathe in and out. Breathe in all the white healing light. And breathe out all the dark smoke. Take your time. Okay. Right hand, thumb down, wrap your thumb, put your fist under your armpit, left hand, finger over the middle finger, and hold on to your right nostril, breathe in. And out. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in. And out. Both hands on your thighs. Ready? Breathe in. Out. Breathe in. Out. Breathe in. And out. Great, and we're done. Let me see who else has tuned in. Hi, Nicholas. Thank you very much for tuning in. Cassandra, good morning. Pasahani, waiting. Great. So we just finished the 9-round breathing meditation. We will get ready for the last 10-minute single-pointed meditation for the week. All right? So here we go. Okay, please adjust your seat. If you have cramps, adjust yourself so that you're more comfortable, because when we do the meditation, we will try our best to focus on the breath, and we will not focus on the aches and pains, pins and needles, the itch, your thoughts, your emotions. We're not going to focus on that. When it comes, when you feel it, when you hear it, we will bring the focus back to the nostril area. All right? And that is the key here to our single-pointed meditation. If everyone is ready, we shall start. Okay, so relax. Roll your head. Roll your shoulders backwards and forwards if you like. Just relax. Okay. Sit up straight at the edge of the cushion or your sofa or your chair. Rock back and forth. Get that center, and then once you've gotten the center, stop rocking back and forth. Tilt the chin down a little bit like this, a little bit like this. All right. Tongue up, leaning against the upper teeth, just very gently, and you can place your hand in whatever position you like, either over your thighs, palm down, palm up. All right. I prefer this way, with both my palms, one over the other, the left hand at the bottom, the right hand over it. And we shall start with our 10-minute single-pointed meditation. 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in the white healing light. Fill the entire body with it. And breathe out all the dark smoke, your stress, your anxiety. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. Fill the entire body with a white healing light. Breathe out all the darkness, all the worries, all the stress. Breathe in. And out. Every single part of your body is now filled with the white healing light. There's no room for darkness. Feel the tingling sensation throughout your body. You're floating. You're weightless. You're filled with love, compassion, and loving kindness. Bring your thoughts to your nostril area. Focus on the breath passing through your nose, in and out. Bring your thought back, bring your focus back to your nostril. Watch your thoughts arise and pass. Watch your emotions arise and pass. Watch your itch. And bring the focus back to your breath. Watch your aches and pains. And bring your focus back to the nostril. Bring your thoughts back to the nostril area. Focus on the nostril area. 3, 2, 1. And we're done. So how was that for everyone? Hi dear, namaste, good morning. Hi Mr. Ong, Tosan. So how was that for everyone? Do share with me. So as you're typing, I'm going to share with you my gratitude journal, what I wrote yesterday. I wrote that I'm grateful to have my protein supplement. Yes, because as vegetarian, we tend to not have enough proteins, and it does make a huge difference. Number 2, I'm grateful for this lockdown as it forces us to confront ourselves. Definitely. Yeah, it forces us to confront ourselves, what do I mean by confronting ourselves? It means to look at our mind. When there's no distractions, you finish whatever you need to do and you're just there. You're just there, nothing much to do, nothing else to distract you, and that's where we start thinking and we start contemplating on how our life has been and what this restlessness is all about. Yes, we're forced to confront ourselves. So it's actually great. 3, I'm grateful for having a better understanding of how our mind works, as taught by my teacher, Tam Rinpoche. Yeah, because my teacher has explained using Buddhist philosophies of how the mind works, and it's great because when we have a better understanding of how the mind works, then we will understand ourselves better. And for some of you who does any type of HR work or counseling, it's very important that we first work on ourselves, because only then will we know the process. Like you want to climb Mount Everest, you want to coach people how to climb Mount Everest, it'll be more effective if we actually successfully climb it first and then say, okay, this is how you do it. Yeah, so it's very, very effective. Okay, let's see what comments we have. Natasha says, I was much more emotional today, but let it go as you have been teaching. Watching it and let it pass. Yes, emotions will come out as things happen throughout the day, and we kind of KIV the emotions. It will come out. Let it come out. Yeah, let it come out is much better. And as it comes out, watch it, and then immediately focus on the breath. And it will go. And after that, you will feel a lot better. Yeah? Colin says, a little tense on shoulders, but endured. Yes. Again, as we breathe in the healing white light, feel the entire body, especially where your aches and pains are. Feel it, and then breathe out all the aches and pains. So the black smoke represents all your aches and pains. I'm squinting here because there's the sun is in my eyes right now, but it's nice. And yeah, so breathe that out, and then immediately focus on the breath. Focus on the breath. Yeah, I have a little bit of a cramp here, but it's fine because every time I keep focusing on my breath, it's not as bad anymore. Yeah. Agnes, Emily Lau. Hi, good morning. Good morning, Emily. I think this is your first time here, if I'm not mistaken. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you have missed the earlier session, don't worry. After we're done with the live session, you can always watch back. Yeah, this is day 14, and all the basics and the fundamentals I have spoken about during day 1, and you can watch that as well. Frank says, grateful for good health. Yes, definitely, Frank. Health is very important, because without good health, there's a lot of things we cannot do. And in this case, to increase our awareness, because it'll be more beneficial to us in the long run. And Dr. Hank says, wake up with left side nasal block, now all gone after meditation. Wow, that's great. My left side is always blocked because of my sinus. Yeah, it's not 100% blocked, Let's see. So usually when I hold on my right nostril, I have a struggle a bit, but it's fine. It's fine. Yep. Agnes says, this lockdown let us realize how important our life is, how much time we are having, how much money we have now, like worthless, if we don't really have time or chance to use it. That's true. That is so true. That is so true. Lying says, interesting that my nostrils are taking turns to be blocked. That's interesting. Is it because you're pressing too hard? Maybe. Okay. And Lily says, I'm grateful in regaining my confidence in driving, which I lost 2 years ago due to my father's demise. I'm grateful that my blood sugar range is now normal. I'm grateful for my sisters who constantly check on us and praying with us. That's wonderful, Lily. That's very, very, very good news, and I'm very, very happy for you. And Agnes says, error at my side. Oh, what error is this? Okay, are there any more sharing for today? Today I will, you can continue typing, yeah? I'm going to talk about what our purpose is in life. You know, because everyone is talking about finding our purpose. So what is it? What is our purpose? Okay, so the first time when I met my teacher, Sam Rinpoche, I asked His Eminence, I said, growing up in the States, I watched Oprah Winfrey, because I was very curious. I was very interested with what she has to say, because her programs are not like other talk show hosts where it's very trashy and like people fighting on TV. Hers is deeper and it's very thought-provoking, and that was what I really liked. And then there was always one thing that she would always say, and that is to find our purpose. All of us have a purpose in this life. Okay? For the longest time, I couldn't figure it out. Even in my 20s, my 30s, until I met my teacher, my spiritual teacher. And I asked him, I said, everybody's saying that we should find our purpose in life. May I know how to do it? Or do you know perhaps what my purpose of life is? And he said, well, JP, the purpose of life is to become enlightened. Now that's under the Buddhist context, and I wasn't Buddhist back then. I was just curious, what it was all about. So in hindsight, many years, 12 years fast forward, which is now, I looked at it. Even if Buddhism is not your religion, if you don't have a religion, or if you do have any form of religion, if you look at it without all the labels, what is it? What was that? So what is that about? Because it totally contradicts with what I was raised to believe in, and that is, what? All of us have a gift, all of us have a purpose on planet Earth. We just have to find what it is. So when Rinpoche told me that, I was like, It took a long time for it to settle, because it was something very different to my belief system, and it took me a while to digest what that is all about. You see, now that 12 years fast forward, I kind of understand what it's all about. You see, all of us are pursuing some kind of a purpose, something more meaningful, something that will uplift us and give us a deeper meaning in our lives. And some people say, oh, okay, my gift is to help others in terms of therapy work, in terms of my goal my purpose in life is to sing, to inspire others to fulfill their singing, their hidden singing talent. Or it can be cooking, it can be, climbing the mountains, it can be going on one adventure after the other, and so on and so forth. Now, these are all fine. These are all fine. As we enter, or the search of finding the purpose of our life, it's fine. As we progress, I notice that as we progress, we will start questioning ourselves. What is the real purpose? Go deeper. What is the real purpose? Why am I inspiring others, for example, to sing? And that's what I did at one point, because I love singing, and I would challenge myself. And after work, I would continue my singing lessons, because I used to take singing lessons when I was in New York, and I continued that. I did classical singing, so I continued that here to push myself, and then from there, to see how far I can go. And from there, I joined a cappella groups in Kuala Lumpur, and we did shows after shows after shows. And it was something that my intention was to inspire others to pursue the talent, whatever it may be. And in that instance, it was singing. Yeah, because the art scene in Malaysia is not as developed. It's not as developed as compared to the States. So I thought, coming back to Malaysia, I would inspire others to not just pursue our career, money, because in Asian societies we always said money first, money first, money first, money first, money first. And I thought, it'd be nice to have a balance, perhaps. So I did that. And when I met my teacher, Rinpoche said, perhaps it's time for you to understand what enlightenment is all about. And he broke it down step by step by step by step by step. Okay, so now that I'm connecting the dots, what did I realize? I realized that all of us are in pursuit of some sort of a purpose. Usually, it stems from our hobby, or what it is that we like to do, or perhaps where our talent lies, and we find a lot of joy as we do that. But more joy arises when we actually help someone doing that activity or that project, which we call our purpose. But the key here is, as we go deeper, it is the fact that we use that platform to benefit others. That's the key here. So as you peel off all the labels, all the different variations of what we like to do, which we call our purpose, you just peel that all away, and what's left deep down? We are actually driven by helping others. Unconditionally. That is the crux. So what does that mean? As we have been talking about for the last 2 weeks, what does that mean? It is an act of selflessness. It is an act of selflessness. And why is that important? Because when we do things out of selflessness, that means there's no me involved. I don't need your acknowledgement. I'm not even looking for your thank you. Nothing. I want to benefit you because that is me giving. Remember I spoke about giving the other day? We are giving and we're giving. We're giving a part. I'm giving a part of myself to you. I'm giving. Whether you acknowledge me or not, that is secondary, but it is about giving. And it is effortless, and I feel great about it. Because why? That is because we're innately selfless. There's no pretense, nothing. But I do hear of some people saying, you know what, well, just before the lockdown, and a friend of mine saying, oh, you know, JP, let's be honest, I can't do what you do. I'm a selfish, okay? I'm a selfish. So I looked at him, I was like, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. All right, perhaps when the day comes and there might be an awakening somehow that that the selfishness makes him go more burnout perhaps. And he may go, maybe I should give selflessness a go. Who knows? I mean, that everyone has. I mean, there's always a timing for everyone. That's what I believe. Yeah, and we cannot really force things down people's throats. We can't. Yeah. So, what's our purpose? Our purpose. So the crux of it is what? Is to become selfless. Because when we operate out of selflessness, we are no longer feeding the self-cherishing mind, that ego in us, the me first. When we slowly wean off all these attachments, this grasping, that gives us instant gratification. Okay, for those of you who have kids, I'm sure you would have learned that instant gratification for children actually does not help them, because they don't learn to put in the effort to work on, to actually put in the effort. Because in the real world, we need to put in the effort to get to where we are and to achieve what we want to achieve. Yeah? So instant gratification, and that's what it is. So instant gratification is not beneficial to us ultimately. Hence, we are always going, as I said the other day, we're always pursuing more holidays, whatever your attachments are, more shopping, more eating, you know, whatever that you do to your body to make you look young. Even though you're 80 years old, you still want to look like you're 21. You know, that sort of a thing. And it's never enough. It's never enough. All that. And it becomes very tiring after a while. Very, very tiring. And I don't know whether you notice, a lot of people who have, you know, when they're in the 80s, when they're in the golden years, a lot of them actually take a step back and kind of let everything go, because they said they're tired and they don't care anymore. Of course, because that's not real happiness. That's not real happiness. And that is like, again, the analogy, when you're thirsty and the world says, here, drink more salt water. Here, have more. And you go, okay, and you drink it. Because everyone does it. It's a herd effect. So now with selflessness, we're saying, as we reduce drinking salt water, as we reduce ourselves from drinking salt water, we're replenishing it with fresh, oxygenated water. And what is that? Behaving from selflessness. So you may say, oh, I don't know where to start. Well, start with your passion, whatever it may be. Whatever it may be. Start with that. And eventually, you will notice that you will gravitate towards helping that person. Like in my instance, when I was singing, I was inspiring others to pursue that as well. Not, you know, so that people don't just work for the money and work for the money and work for it. Have a balanced life. So pursue that. And then once you have realized, or you find yourself inspiring others unconditionally, and from that state of mind, a deeper understanding, a deeper wisdom will arise. Because why? People need more inspirations in other aspects of their lives as well. Singing may be one of that. Okay? Hiking may be one of it. I'm not sure what your passion is. cooking can be one of that. All right? And for some of you, even playing chess can be one of that. All right? To actually, and what is inspiration? To do your best, whatever that looks like. You may not have to be the best in the world in terms of, for being, as long as it is your best. It is about the journey, not the end goal. It's about the journey. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. Do we have any questions so far? Wow, there's a lot here. Okay, let's see. Lai Hing says, I find myself toggling between focusing on the breath and the nostrils. My attention strays to my breath and I then consciously move my focus back to my nostrils. Yes, I think initially the first 1-2 minutes, Lai Hing, because I keep saying breathe in the white light, fill your entire body. Yes, you will tend to follow all that visualization. It's fine. And then when you breathe out the dark smoke and breathe out and that represents all the stress, the worries, anxieties, whatever frustration it is that we are going through, even the aches in the body. Breathe all that darkness away. After we're done with that, that's why if you notice, I have lessened my talking. I've lessened that so that you can focus on the nostril area much better, and you don't have to keep listening to my voice. Yeah. Sophia Lim says, hello there, JP. Would there be physical meditation session after MCO? Physical meditation session. Yes, we do have classes here in Kechara Forest Retreat. We have it on the third weekend of every month. It's called Inner Peace Retreat. You can Google that, Inner Peace Retreat, Kechara Forest Retreat, and you'll find the information there. Okay, we have a website here called Kechara Forest Retreat. So if you can help me type it in, my friend here will do that for us. Kechara Forest Retreat, and it will show all the events. Okay, there will be, and we also have another program more advanced. I think after all this session, you'll be able to do the advanced session. Of course, do the beginner session, Inner Peace, and after that, do the Inner Reflection. Inner Reflection is a more advanced meditation whereby it's similar to what we're doing on a daily basis, but our meditation will be at least 20 minutes to half an hour. And we will do contemplative meditation. That's where we zoom into into all, like, what love is, what letting go is, what forgiving is, and I will guide you through. Myself or any other facilitator will guide you through how to dissect these topics, and how we can actually understand much better, and for some of us even heal from whatever it is that has been bothering us. So it's very, very powerful. Christina says, grateful to be able to see a lot of true colors in people during this lockdown. Is an eye-opener. Yes, tell me about it, Christina. Tell me about it. I have friends whom who I communicate with, and they tell me, man, during this lockdown, all her friends whom she thought were sincere and trustworthy. When money, the greed for money, that facet of them, because they were going through some business deals or whatever, but because under lockdown and it's so challenging, so when it came to money, she said they were so money driven, it was scary, to a point that the friendship looked as though it was never there. It was never there. And she's like, wow. And that's mind-boggling. That was upsetting, but she's fine. She's fine. And I said, great, because at least you see what I mean? Different situations and scenarios will trigger facets of a person's mind. So just because we've known the person for 20, 30, 40, even 50 years, but if the situation or conditions do not arise, it will not trigger that facet of the person's mind. So a lot of times we say, oh, you've changed. Actually, in hindsight, they have never changed. They have never changed. It's just that we've never seen it. We've never seen it. I mean, look at ourselves. That's why when we go through a lot of trials and tribulations, that's where you see a real person's character, a real person's character. And the older people always tell us, well, in Malaysia especially, they say, oh, you want to look at a person's real character, look at the person, how the person behaves when he or she drives. Yeah? And for the Chinese, they will say, oh, look at them when they play mahjong, because the true colors will show. They say that to me because I used to play a lot of mahjong. Yeah, so they say, yep, you want to find a good partner, a good son-in-law, daughter-in-law, make them play mahjong. That's what the mother-in-laws always do. They will get the son or daughters, the son's fiance or the daughter's fiance to sit down and play a game of mahjong, and they say, well, that's how they figure out their character. See? So they're very, very smart. Lily, I find singing a form of meditation too. Yes, definitely, because you're focusing. You're focusing on singing. Even as you are ironing your clothes, it's very therapeutic. Yeah, because the key here is focus. Farming, gardening, all that. Yoga, all that is a form of meditation. Good morning, Judy. Thank you very much for tuning in. Agnes says, purpose in my life, I think, is duty in my life to see my sons live happily and healthy. My pets are in good health and live happily, including the fishes and turtles in my pond. And of course, my dearest husband in good health. I think that's what I wish for. That is great, Agnes. Perhaps with that same love and care that you extend to your immediate family, try extending it outside your family. Because why? Our family is actually an extension of us. My children, my husband, my wife, my pets. The key here is my. So that itself, unfortunately, is not a selfless, it's not coming from selflessness. I'm sorry to disappoint you because of the relationship you have with them. So it's my. It is actually, you're actually, how would I say, feeding into that attachment of mine. I'm not saying you should stop loving them. I'm not saying that you should stop caring for them, but just be careful. Just be careful. As we extend our love and care beyond the my, the my category of things that we take care of, extend beyond that. Because when that happens, we train our mind to not focus too much on the attachments. Okay, because if our whole world is just the family and my pets, me, why is it not beneficial? Because when one of these components are no longer there, that's where we break down and we go through a major, I call it a major withdrawal syndrome. You break down, you go hysterical for some people, because it is just like, like how babies are, how they're attached to that pacifier. And they're like, and then when you take it out, they go, wow, then they wail. It's that attachment, it's that strong attachment. No right, no wrong. I'm just saying there are ways to overcome it. So because when we overcome it and when we extend our love beyond the my kind of a category, the me category, when we train our mind to go there, and you know what, it's natural. You don't even have to pretend. It will come naturally. You just have to remind yourself that you are naturally compassionate and giving and loving. That's the good news. When we do that, you will notice that you will love your family much better because why? Your emotions are not so attached to them. So your choices, the decisions that you make for them will be more objective rather than being biased and subjective. Okay? As we step back, it's like how people always say, when we step back and we look at a situation without our emotions attached to that person or that situation, we will make better choices. Because why? We are not making decisions based on our emotion. We are making decisions based on what we see logically. So you will benefit your loved ones even more. Because why? You're making decisions, choices that will benefit your loved ones ultimately, and not because you have a soft spot and say, oh, okay, I'll give in, even though you know deep down it will not serve this person. See, so it's highly beneficial. So you end up loving that person even more. And your love for this person becomes even more beneficial. And it's not, definitely more beneficial. You see how that works? You see how that logic works? Yeah? I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, drop me a note. Lily, I think sharing oneself effortlessly depends on our intentions. It varies on the purpose we have in mind and heart. Definitely. That's why setting intentions is very important. Yeah? Halim says selflessness is when your ego dies and your soul and purpose awakens. Definitely. You see, for beginners like us, when we do not pursue when we do not pursue and go 100% in pursuit of being selfless, it'll be very difficult to go zero ego. Okay? How I know is because when I look at the highly realized monks, these are very elite Buddhist masters, that are renowned. Even if they're not renowned, even in the monasteries, and they're very humble, extremely humble, and they always say, oh, I'm only a simple monk. This is my experience. And when they speak, and it's full of wisdom, and everything that they do, it's always other people first. They're always the last, always. Even if they only have $1 in the pocket, and you need it, they'll give it to you. Because they say, it's okay. You shouldn't suffer. I'm okay, I will handle it. They don't need any acknowledgement, nothing. They don't need any fanfare, nothing. And I've seen that again and again and again and again with my teacher, especially, and with many other Buddhist masters whom I've had the fortune to meet. And it was just mind-blowing. Okay? But you see, so what's the good news? Yes, that is our potential. That is. But we got to go 100% into transforming ourselves. Okay? They are highly evolved beings, definitely. I've seen them, and it's very, very inspiring. So for us, let's not go for zero ego. We can aspire to have zero ego or total selflessness. Yeah? And we work along, and we actually take baby steps towards it. Take baby steps. Okay? Thank you very much, Harleen, for sharing that. Yiman says, hi, JP and all. Thanks for explaining what is life purpose and how to find it. Some people thought they found their life purpose, but their pursuit for their purpose doesn't last long. Why do you think that happens? Should one's life purpose change? You see, the reason why it changes is because, as I said earlier, the ultimate purpose is to become selfless. Because when that happens, you're constantly benefiting others. So the entry level would be to sing, to dance, to do business, to earn a lot of money, to help people, to relieve hunger, whatever it may be for you, whatever it may be. That is entry level. That's entry level. That's why it changes. Oh, this year I'm going to sing. Oh, next year I'm going to dance. Oh, you know what? The world needs money now, so I'm going to do something with social enterprise, and I'm going to earn a lot of money, and all my profits will be donated to charities in need and communities who need this, and so on and so forth. Or it can be my life purpose, as Agnes says, is to take care of my family. Take care of my family, right? But you see, that may change over time. That may change over time. That may change, because like how would it change? Well, maybe your children have all grown up, they're married, and they have their own lives, and they don't stay with you. Maybe your spouse has left, has gone to heaven, has left, and you're all alone. Then what is your life purpose? That will change. That will change. So that's why I was saying, I'm not saying anybody's going to go to heaven soon. I'm just saying that's a fact of life. Since we're under lockdown, let's take a good look. That's a reality. So let's make better choices now so that it will serve us ultimately. And we don't have to keep changing. All these changing, as you said, Yiman, is because they are just at the entry level. And that's why they keep changing their so-called purpose. Yeah? Hope that makes sense? Agnes, this lockdown I see warmth in my family and friends far. Yes, definitely. This lockdown also enables all of us to truly see who our real friends are. That's why I say real friends. That's why I don't simply call my friends good friends. You know how some people say, oh, this is my good friend. It's like thousands of good friends and hundreds of best friends. I don't call my friends good friends or best friends if I don't mean it, and if I have not gone through trials and tribulations. Like after killing each other for the thousandth time, and you guys are still good friends, you are good friends. Okay? All right? And every time when you're in need, the person is always there for you, and all that. That is a good friend. Okay? The rest are just normal friends. Normal friends. Agnes says, I miss my mahjong game, and I'm a very good kaki. Really? Agnes, are you trying to get me to play mahjong with you? Is it? Well, I've not played mahjong for many years. The only time I play mahjong is during Chinese New Year with my mom. Because she enjoys a bit of that, and she doesn't play for the rest of the year. My entire family doesn't play, so we just do it because we're at home and there's nothing much to do during Chinese New Year. So we get a kick of it, trying to win each other's money, and that's all. Yeah. So perhaps one day when I get to meet you finally, Agnes. Iman, is the letting go that you shared yesterday confined to letting go of past negative experience only? How about holding on to past good experience, which may lead to two possible scenarios? It makes us attached to the past and hence akin to living in the past to a certain extent. How do we deal with the second scenario? Well, you see, even with good scenarios, that's why that single-pointed meditation is very important. Whether you live in the past that has good experiences or negative experiences, that will not serve us ultimately, because every moment is a new moment. Every moment is a new moment. Different circumstances, it may look similar. You may have the same person in front of you, like you wrote the other day. But different environment, different conditions, time has passed. People change their minds. People change their minds. The human mind is very, very fickle, if you notice. What we liked last year, we may not like this year. What we liked last week, we may not like this week. We're always very fickle. Okay, and that's a fact. We're fickle. In general, we're fickle. Now, of course, there's certain things that you like and and you never change. But the majority, check your mind. 10 years ago, what you liked and what you didn't like, check. We have changed. All right? So, yes. So it is more beneficial if we always look at the present, because the present is where the power lies. Look at the present, no right or wrong. Keep making choices in the present. Make choices in the present. And as you do that, and you focus on the now and on new possibilities, even if it doesn't turn out the way you want it to turn out, at least you know it didn't work, and keep going at it and keep going at it and keep going at it with a fresh new start. When we do that often enough, new possibilities will arise, and also we will train our focus not to relive the past, but to keep creating possibilities which are ahead of us. But the key here is keep making new choices, making new choices, making new choices. Okay? The fear will be lessened as we focus outwards, especially on the now. Okay, I think time is up. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope that makes sense for you, Yiman. Agnes, thanks for awakening me. Don't only care and love for only my family. We'll try. Yes, do share with me. It will take you a few months. It will take you maybe with your neighbors, your friends, people whom you don't know, perhaps, maybe a charity. Nowadays, well, especially now, there are many, many charities who need our help. To help the poor, because there are many people out there who live on a day-to-day basis, who live on daily wages, and because of this lockdown, they really do not have food for their family. So there are many, many charities out there that need our help. So we can make a difference just by sitting at home, literally. All right. So do that, and I'd love to hear from you, Agnes. Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. And yes, thank you very much, and do join me tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Malaysian time. We will start with our 15-minute single-pointed meditation. I can't wait. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Take care and have a great day.